We need to talk.
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 Welcome back to Me to Talk, episode number 36. I'm your host, Mr. KOA, alongside
Top Boy.
And we have snow.
A lot of it.
Fuck.
A lot of fucking snow.
I hate it.
It's trash.
I hate it. Man.
I don't think you can trust anyone that says they enjoy the cold.
Bro, I've been going through snaps today.
Yeah.
And I keep seeing, yes, snow's finally here. What?
Shut up.
What do you mean? What's to enjoy? What's this?
Look, unless you're one of those people that goes snowboarding or skiing like 24/7, you have no reason to enjoy the snow.
But even if you are one of those people that go snowboarding or skiing, there's no snowboarding or skiing during the city streets.
Oh yeah, those are the people that be seeing it, right?
Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
If you can love snowboarding and skiing, like that's fine. And that's why you go do the winter sports in the mountains. But there's nothing to love about snow just here. So I have to clean my car, so there's slush on the street. So I have to shovel my driveway. Nothing joyful about that. Oh, the snow is here.
It looks so pretty for like 20 minutes.
And then what?
Then you're pissed.
Anyways, it's gonna be a wet Christmas probably. We had. Have we spoken about BC?
No, we haven't.
We haven't, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that shit. We did that shit. Zamora and I decided to, and Chris, shout out Chris, tagging along. Zamora and I decided to take a sporadic, spontaneous trip to Vancouver, BC, just to shoot, to create, to experience. I've never been. Zamora has been before.
Yeah.
But I've never been to BC, and I was like, luckily, for people who think I have it like that, I don't. My mom works for WestJet. So people think I just flying for $5 just for a weekend. Nah, it's not happening. My mom works for WestJet, so she got some good deals. It just made sense to go. But also, Zamora and I have been trying to create and expand our horizons, and BC was this perfect place to just go and kill. Make sure you guys check both of our pages out. I have the ground level perspective of the city, and Zamora has probably the exact same shots I had, just aerial. And just a complete different perspective from above. It's really dope. What else happened this week for you?
This week?
Yeah, this week has been busy as fuck. I haven't stopped. Like we got back on Monday night. Well, I got back Monday night, and
that was last week, right?
Huh?
Yeah, we got back last week.
Wait, what? No, this is the first week. This is the first week we're back. You're tripping.
No. We got back last week, but we didn't record last week. Remember?
Wait, what?
Yeah, we got.
Oh shit! Today's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Yo, wow, I'm tripping.
Yeah, we got back last week.
They just flew.
We got back last week.
So last week, wow.
Yeah.
I lost track of days. So we got back last week Monday night. I got back last week Monday night, and I think that's why I'm tripping out because I haven't stopped, bro. Monday night I get back. Tuesday. I had a shoot, so I was editing shoots. Then Wednesday I had an event. I edited the event. I did another shoot. Then Thursday came and I did another shoot and I was editing. And then Friday came and then the weekend I did shoots on the weekend. Bro, I haven't stopped. And I'm like, oh shit, today's Tuesday. The next week, it's already been a week. Wow,
that's the way it happens, man.
Bro,
time really flies. Like it honestly does. Like when I think about shit that I want to do, I'm just like, yo, time moves quick. So if I don't move quick on it, it's just gonna leave me behind.
Trust me,
it really will. But BC was really fun. It was a great time. Because like Ryan said, I've been to BC before, right? But the last time I was there, I stayed on Vancouver Island.
We didn't even touch the island.
We didn't have time. Yo, honestly, like we're gonna go back probably. We'll probably
We barely did anything really.
We're gonna go back. We'll go back when the weather's better. Because the first 2 days that we were there, and their winter, it doesn't snow. It just rains all the time. So it rained the first 2 days, and then on the last day that I was there, the weather was blessed. Like it was really nice. And then but yeah, like there's just too much to do in BC. Like there's so much to do. And if you're a photographer, people that record video, it's a cheat code. Like it's not even fair.
Yeah, anywhere you look is a video.
It's actually not even fair. Like I'm just like, yo, this is ridiculous.
I was just driving down regular streets and see a mountain in the distance.
For real.
Just driving to McDonald's is a mountain.
There was literally a McDonald's that we stopped at, and there was like 4 mountains behind it.
The heck? What type of movie is this?
It's foolish.
But yeah, funny thing, well, not funny, but interesting thing is I have decided that I'm going to quit my job very soon to pursue my passions. I'm excited about that. I'm very excited about that. The date that I officially quit will be coming up soon. Planning to be completely independent by the new year, which I have a lot of plans for myself. Like, the way I looked at it, I was like, okay, I have a good job. I like my job. Cool. Paychecks are coming. Cool. But I'm doing everything I'm doing right now from 5 to 9, essentially. I work 9 to 5, and then 5 to 9 is when I do my events or whatever, or shoots, whatever. And weekends is when I just pack everything into because I don't have any free time during the week.
Yeah.
So really, it's stressing me out because if I pack all that stuff into such a tight space, one, I don't have actual free time to myself to do anything. Like I'm just always working, which is fine. Like I love the grind, but a large portion of that working is for somebody else.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind if I was busting my ass working is all for me and all for growing like people around me. Like that, I don't care. But when it's like a large portion of my time is being put towards building somebody else's, financial pockets and not mine. And it's like time is money. So the amount of time I'm giving them, I am making some money.
Yeah.
But the opportunity cost of the potential money I could be making if I put that same hours into myself is what's really, making me think about things. And the reason I know that I'm kind of at the time where I have to quit my job is because I don't know if you ever had this experience, but have you ever been at the job and you're doing it, just feel like you're autonomously just doing the job, like you're just doing it.
Yeah,
and you're like, okay, I'm just doing it because this is a job. But then there's another level of that where it's like most people are like that. They're just doing the job just to get the job done. But there's another level of it where if you're a creative person, where you're thinking about doing your own things while you're at the job. Yeah, it's like you're not even there. Like my body's there as a vessel, but my brain's not there. Like I'm doing work and I'm thinking about a shoot, or I'm thinking about another way to market something, another way to plan something, and I'm not actually currently in my job. And what's happening over the last couple of weeks is I've been making a lot of mistakes at work. And I'm a very like punctual person. I'm a very like detail oriented person. So I don't really make that many mistakes, especially with numbers. I'm a numbers guy. And I've been making number mistakes, like just careless. I'm careless, and I really don't care. And I think I'm at the point where I'm like, it's not healthy. That's not healthy.
No, that's true.
Like, so
I mean, I was in a similar position at my old job, right? Because it was getting to the point where the shit I was doing outside of work was more appealing to me than the actual job itself. But yeah, like you would start making mistakes. And the funny thing is when you realize, oh, okay, I'm making these mistakes and I don't really care. I don't care that I am.
Or about the repercussions.
And that's the sign when you're like, okay, this is when I need to leave, right? Because you're not helping the company. You're not helping the company. You're not helping yourself.
It's worse for them too. Like you don't want an employee that really doesn't care.
Yeah.
That really doesn't care.
It's true.
Like I'm really at the point right now where if my boss was like tomorrow said, you know what, you're fired, I'd be like, okay, cool. Like, that's the worst place to be for an employee. Where they're like, oh, okay, cool. Like, because the part when you realize you don't need the job, that's when you feel like you need to go. So I don't need this job. I enjoy it. It's extra money. Yeah. I don't need the job, and that indifference is probably the worst type of employee to have in your establishment. So
no, it's very true.
So I'm close, very close.
It'll happen very soon.
Yeah. So we didn't post a Ask WNTT this week because we haven't even dealt with the old shit you guys gave us.
Yeah, we have a lot of questions to go through.
A lot of build up.
I know some of y'all are pissed that we have not answered some of these questions, so we're gonna get to them.
We see them all. We do see them all.
We're gonna get to them this week.
Yeah.
But I think what we'll start off on the show with is basically in the past week and a half, like I've been approached by 4 different women to take to take the love languages test, the 5 love languages test. And then here's the thing: on an episode of the podcast, I'd say 6 or 7 episodes ago, I had mentioned that one of the things that I learned in my past relationship,
love someone.
Yeah, you got to learn how to love someone, in the way they like to. But I didn't know
what you were saying,
what I was really saying at the time.
Love languages.
I was but then someone's like, yo, like you should take the love languages test. So we took it last night, and I'm pretty sure most of the women on this show know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But for the people that don't know, it's a book, but what it does is it breaks down, we'll just say love in 5 different categories that you like to receive love in, right? So if you tell your partner, okay, this is how like I like to be loved, they'll have a better understanding of what they need to do to make you happy and vice versa. And I'll be honest, I went into it with a little bit of skepticism, but it was pretty accurate.
It was goddamn accurate.
it was dead accurate.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you go first, right?
Let me go first?
Yeah.
All right. So how this works is they give you a set of questions, I think about 30. When you go through all the 30 questions, not all the questions may apply to you, but they only give you 2 options, and you have to just decide which one applies to you most. So it might not apply to you completely, but which one is most likely something you would go with. So after going through my score, here's the order of scores based on the types of love languages that suit me best. The highest score for me is 10 with acts of service. Then it's 8 for words of affirmation, 6 for quality time, 3 for physical touch, and 3 for receiving gifts. So I'll just read the top one because instead of going through all of them, you guys can go check it out later. But I'll read my top one. Acts of service. Can helping with homework really be an expression of love? Absolutely. Anything you do to ease the burden of responsibilities weighing on an act of service person will speak volumes. The words he or she most wants to hear, let me do that for you. Laziness, broken commitments, and making more work for them tell speakers of this language their feelings don't matter. When others serve you out of love and not obligation, you feel truly valued and loved. Now, for me to break that down to how it personally applies to me, that is absolutely accurate, because I'm not someone who, I don't even ask for things, to be honest. I'm almost to a point stubborn.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I'm not gonna, if I need help sometimes, I'd rather do it myself.
Yeah.
And I think when people really know me, like especially girls that really get to know me deep down,
Yeah.
they know that I'm not someone who asks for things or complains much.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm very to myself. Even if I can't do something or something's very hard for me to do, I'd rather just get through it by myself
Yeah.
than to ask for help. So when people break through that kind of shell part of me, and they continuously offer, I can only decline for so long till it gets to the point I'm like, fuck, you actually want to do, like.
So can I ask you something?
Yeah.
I'd like to think then, is it a big deal to you when a girl just does something for you that will help you out without even asking you?
Oh, yo, bro, like those are the best ones.
Yeah.
When if I say something, you know, is going on in my life, whatever, and actually, I'll just give you an example of something. So let's say I need to pick something up, right? And I need to pick something up, and I don't have enough time to get there and get to where I have to be.
Yeah.
If I'm talking out loud, I'm like, fuck, like, yo, like, I gotta be here. Like, sometimes I just say things out loud.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily saying it because I want you to do it.
Yeah, you're just saying it.
I'm talking to you. You talk every day, I'm talking to you. So I'm like, fuck, like, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, right? And then, you know, the time comes, I'm about to do it, and they're like, oh, here. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? They're like, oh, I did it. I'm like, what do you mean you did it?
Yeah.
And like, I'm fake mad.
Yeah.
You know, you're like,
Yeah.
bro, I could have done that. Like, no,
Yeah.
it's okay. But like, deep down, I'm like, shit, like, you didn't. And the first line is you say to somebody, you didn't have to do that.
You didn't have to do that,
Everyone
yeah.
always says that, like, you didn't have to do that. And the response is typically, I know I didn't have to do it. I wanted to do it, right? That's usually what people say. I know I didn't have to do it. I did it because I wanted to do it. That's all I need. That is all I need. Everything else can follow suit how it wants to.
Yeah.
But if someone genuinely wants to do things for you out of the kindness of their heart, or just genuinely wants to help you without some type of reward or some type of, well, I did this and I'm gonna hold this over your head, like, just, I do things for you because I want to.
Yeah.
That's definitely my number one. So this test's accurate in that aspect.
Huh.
So go ahead with yours.
Yeah. So for me,
What's your scores first?
so with my scores, number 1 was words of affirmation with 10. Number 2 was 8 with quality time. And it was a tie between physical touch and acts of service. They both had 5.
Okay.
And then receiving gifts was 2.
The last one.
Yeah. So I just want to point out. I think it's funny to me that receiving gifts is
low on both of ours.
Low on both of ours because don't get me wrong, like I really appreciate it when I do get a gift. Yeah. Especially if it's really thoughtful, right? It's gonna help me out all the time. Of course. But I've never been the type that's gonna be won over by like gifts. No. So the fact that words of affirmation, I'll read what it says. Words of affirmation. Actions don't always speak louder than words. If this is your love language, unsolicited compliments mean the world to you. Hearing the words "I love you" are important. Hearing the reasons behind that love sends your spirit skyward. Insults can leave you shattered and are not easily forgotten. You thrive on hearing kind and encouraging words that build you up. So, like, I really thought about this one, and I was like, this is very accurate, right? But here's the thing. Like, I think I said on 2 podcasts ago that I don't like it when my girl is like super lovey-dovey with me. I don't like that. It kind of makes me uncomfortable because I'm like, I'm not that way. Like, I'm not gonna be constantly hitting you up saying I love you and all this bullshit. So, but when it says hearing the words "I love you" are important, hearing the reasons behind that love that's what's important.
Like not necessarily the words, but why.
It's like why. Like, you know what I mean?
I love you, okay.
But it's like why? Like I think it kind of plays into, and I'm not ashamed to say it, I think it kind of plays into my ego a little.
We don't want to get you know stroked every now and then.
Because I don't know what it is, but I like hearing my girl like tell me
why they like you.
I'm
the same way. I agree. I know what you mean.
I like hearing that. It makes me feel good, and I'm just like,
And then you tell them why you like them.
I tell them why I like them, and then I'm like, yo, this girl's gonna get it all now. You know what I mean? They're basically like gaming me, but it's good. It's in a good way.
100.
And then there was another thing too. The other thing is because I do, boxing and all this type of stuff.
Right.
I heard this athlete say recently that sports like mixed martial arts, or like boxing, they're very selfish sports, right? Because it's just you,
right.
And like there's a whole training camp like focused on you, so you don't go in there with anyone else. It's just you. So what happens is with a lot of these guys is they like to, they also like to get their ego stroked, right? Like guys will talk them up, like their girls will talk them up, but I like it when just in general my girl will just let me know, like this is why I love you, or like this is why I like you, like this is I really appreciate what it is you do, because I'm getting to a point now, maybe you feel the same way, but someone compliments your work, right? But then they like get real detailed with it. They tell you why
they like it.
It's like, yo, I like this because you did that with this, or the way you did this.
Yeah.
And that makes me like them even more because I'm
paying attention.
It's like you're paying attention, but
anyone can say I like what you did. I like what you did. Oh, that's a cool video, Zamore. That's a cool photo. Then that person can be like, yo, the lighting you used, or like the color, the way you
seriously,
the way you color graded, and then you're like, oh shit, you noticed that? You're like, of course I know this. You're like, oh shit, like most people, like I didn't think people notice that because you're so used to typical surface shit. So when someone breaks it down, like it really.
But I'm really not surprised with this.
So let's read the lowest ones, both of our lowest ones before we move on. So my lowest one,
both of ours was receiving gifts.
Receiving gifts. Oh, right? Okay.
So wait,
you want to read it?
Yeah, receiving gifts. Don't mistake the love language for materialism. The receiver of gifts thrives on the love, thoughtfulness, and efforts behind the gift. If you speak this language, the perfect gift or gesture shows that you are known, you are cared for, and you're prized above whatever was sacrificed to bring that gift to you. A missed birthday or a hasty, thoughtless gift would be disastrous. So with the absence of everyday gestures. Gifts are heartfelt symbols to you of someone else's love and affection for you.
See, I don't give a fuck about all that. I really don't.
So the funny, the funny thing behind that is, I think if I date because I can spot a girl who is that's their love language, very quickly, very quickly.
Because they usually shop a lot,
and they
usually shop and give themselves gifts a lot,
and that turns me off because it turns me off because I'm like, oh, so I think you might expect me to do this for you know. And don't get me wrong, if I love you,
I'll buy gifts on my own.
I'll buy you gifts. Trust me, I will.
But it shouldn't be a must.
That shouldn't be like your.
Yeah.
That just doesn't work for me.
Yes,
right? It doesn't work for me. If I was fucking loaded, even then I might be like.
It wouldn't just be gifts. We would do things. It wouldn't just be gifts.
You know what I mean?
No. Even if I was rich, it wouldn't just be. I wouldn't be slapping gifts on you every day. Absolutely.
It's kind of crazy because I remember, what was it? It was a while ago. I was dealing with this girl, right? Me and this girl was seeing each other. And the funny thing is like, I basically knew the guy that she was like seeing before me, right? Like, we were pretty much like kind of like boys.
Okay.
And the funny thing is, I know how that guy is. Like, I know that he likes to just buy girls bare shit.
Stuff, yeah.
Just stuff, right? Because he can. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, I see how this is going to go. So because he used to do that, that rubbed off on her.
It became a norm.
A norm.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, this
ain't gonna be a norm, baby.
It's not gonna be a norm. I can tell you that much right now. And I'm just like, I had to nip that in the bud, right? Because if you don't do it, you're trapped, and then you end up broke. And I'm not trying to end up broke over no girl that I'm not into. You know what I mean? So
that happened.
It's crazy.
A funny thing is, like, we're talking about gifts. Have you ever found it either awkward or like just some kind of like just receiving gifts awkward sometimes? Like I enjoy it. I enjoy it because I'm like, the person thought about me. It's something I've wanted. I spoke about this. They got it. Cool.
Yeah.
But maybe just my personality. I'm so independent that's like, I don't necessarily like go crazy about gifts because anything I want, I just get it myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like,
which is why
I like that you spent money for it instead of me having to spend money for it. But I would have got it anyway.
But this is why I appreciate it. Like I
do appreciate. Of course, I appreciate.
No, but I only appreciate getting a gift when I know that it's very thoughtful. So like the reason I say that's what you said is a lot of things that I want. That's like practical to me.
Right.
We can buy that ourselves.
Yes.
Right. But if a girl was to buy me that same thing without me ever having said to her, like, this is what I want because it'll do this for me.
Or if she thought that you would need this?
If she thought was like, oh, I'm gonna get some more of this this new camera strap, right?
Yeah.
Because I know that it's gonna be practical for this, and this. I'm gonna get that gift and I'm gonna be like, oh shit. Like this means a lot, right?
I agree.
Those situations aren't awkward to me.
I agree.
It's awkward when if I just get, you know, like if I get something I know that I really could have bought by myself, and it's hard to explain, but you get what I'm saying, right?
You know what? I have a gift like that, which I know exactly what you're talking about. Someone bought me a basketball bag.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And that, like, I play ball all the time, and I had my old bag I had was starting to rip.
Yeah.
And like something like that is so like that. I was like, wow. Like,
you know what I mean? Like,
my bag was starting to rip. I really had no intentions of buying a new bag.
Yeah.
I mean, you have your own shit.
Yeah, you're just like,
I'm used to it.
Yeah.
I've had this bag forever. I go play ball. I always had this bag, whatever. And then one day I come by and I see a bag there. Not only is a nice bag, a new basketball bag, my name's on it. Mr. KOA on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. Like, that gift, I was like,
it's those moments where you're like cheesing.
Yeah,
you're like,
of course. You're like, oh shit. Like,
man, see, okay, because,
you know, like, that was cool.
Bro, okay, so I told you about it in our group chat, right? But like a couple weeks ago, my car got broken into, right? There's no damage. Like, somehow they forced entry. And the only thing that was in my car was my gym bag, right? So I didn't lose anything of crazy value. Thank God, like my drone and shit wasn't in there. But when I realized my bag went stolen, I got really upset because I had a pair of boxing gloves in there, right? My red Adidas boxing gloves were taken, and those were a gift, right? And so the sentimental value there is like high because I remember getting those gloves. Like I remember
being happy.
I remember seeing the gloves in the store and looking at them with my ex at the time. I'm just like, yo, these are sick. They're Adidas, they're red, my favorite color. Yeah. And I was I was planning on like getting them down the road eventually, right? And it was like like 2 weeks later, she gave me the gloves. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, this is sick. I'm using, because when things are,
you can use it right now.
Yeah, those are the practical things. If you get me a gift that I'm going to use, ladies, this is a cheat code for you. Like, get your man a gift that he's gonna use daily, because then he's gonna think about you.
He will think about you every time.
Seriously,
every time he uses it. I can't not think about it.
Don't get me like a necklace or anything like. Because sometimes I'll take it off. But like, if you get me, I can't tell you what it is. But if you get me something that that I'm gonna use every single day, trust me, like you're getting the keys right now. Like that's what it is. You're getting the keys.
Facts. It's true. Very true.
So true. So it's like it's funny. Even though receiving gifts is on the bottom of our list.
We do enjoy it. We do appreciate it, but it has to be. It's very specific and it's a very thoughtful way of giving gifts. It's not a giving. It's not a gift giving in a, I need to kill an awkward moment. Let me buy something. Yeah. Or we're going through something. Let me buy him something. Like that's not doing shit for me. Like if I have a problem with you, don't buy me shit. Yeah. I'm not gonna be we're good. Yeah. No. It's
very true. So it's like I think even though there's like a score system to the 5 languages test, it's all very important, right? Like each part of these things are important. And you know what? Like I don't think it would be an issue to just, if you get into a relationship with someone, to be like, hey, have you taken this test?
No, why not?
You know what? Like I legit will probably do that now.
You can't lose.
Because I'll be like,
what do you lose? What do you lose? Now, really? That's what you like? Oh, that's what I like too. Cool,
like if a girl takes his test and she's like, yo, this is accurate, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna pay attention to what it is.
Why not?
That you like? Why wouldn't I
take 30 minutes out of your day and do this test? I think everyone should do this test.
It's legit. I know most of the women have done this test. Guys, you need to do this test.
Guys, get on this test.
Guys, do this test so that you know what it is that you want.
100%.
So then you don't waste anyone's time.
Period.
But it was really good. Really good test.
So let's get into some old questions that you guys tossed at us, I guess maybe 3 weeks ago now?
Yes.
2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago? I don't know how far back they go.
Okay, so I have just one question from Evelyn 15.
Okay.
We have answered this question multiple times, but there were a lot of questions that came up that it's like, now that you guys have been doing this podcast for this long, has your opinions changed on certain things? This one was, she asked the time-old question, has social media and modern technology influenced modern dating and relationship expectations? Right? Short answer is yes.
Yes.
It definitely has.
Absolutely.
Right? And, before, like, my opinion on this has kind of changed a little bit. I still think it has. It's definitely changed. But I think that, it's not always a negative thing.
No.
Because before I felt like there was more negative connotation to what social media has done to relationships.
Right.
But I think the more that I go through shit, I realize like, there's some positives to social media and relationships nowadays.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? But I don't think a lot of people would say that or even agree with that, to be honest with you.
I mean, it depends on what you determine as a positive. Like, I definitely think there's a positive with social media and relationships because, especially with what both of us do, we're both media invested people. We both shoot, we both create. Yeah. So social media is a platform for us to, display our work. Yeah. And then from that, we either gain a following, we gain interest. We might even, have a girl that likes us, that sees our stuff, and it sparks a conversation. Like I have no clue what can happen from social media, but the way we use social media is we're not thirst trapping. We're not, flaunting our, our success, whatever. We're literally putting our creations out there. Yeah. And to be honest, like, I would love if, I would come across another creative person that's a girl and she's doing some crazy shit too, and we meet because both of our creativities are displayed.
See, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was gonna say this.
It's right? Like how I can literally look at her resume, her online resume, and go to her page and be like, "Fuck, like this girl's doing, if not better shit than I'm doing," and I can see it all right there, and that will give me interest to message her. Yeah, and that DM is not a hey sexy. That DM is like, yo, your shit's dope. Yeah, and we're talking based on content. Oh, by the way, you're also attractive. Yeah, but I was drawn in by your work, you know? So the structure of the conversation is different because like, yeah, she might be fine or the guy might be fine when people meet each other online, but what the first thing you're seeing if you're a creative person is their work. And then you start seeing them and you're like, oh shit, they also are attractive and intelligent, but their work is what got you. Like you saw a post of something that they did and you like that. And then you're like,
yo, you know? Like I said on the podcast before that I've never been the guy to have a type where I'm like, I need to date this type of girl or how she looks, like blah, blah, blah. If I like you, I like you, right? And that's just how it's always been. Probably how it's going to continue to be. But what I will say is that in the past year, it's changed slightly in the sense that I am more likely to be attracted to you if you're creative in some way.
Absolutely.
You know, like before it wasn't like
it wasn't a necessity in a way.
I didn't need
you're like, you could be whatever.
I didn't need to be creative. I still don't need my girl to be creative.
But you would really
but it's like
I would really like
yo,
it.
trust me, if you're creative in some way, like you got like a leg up.
Yes.
Right? Like I'm not saying like I'm some huge catch, but it's like you got a leg, you definitely got a leg up.
I completely understand exactly what you're saying because especially with what we're both doing, the biggest issue for relationships, I'd say right now, in this day and age, is communication barriers. And why
you can't talk to your partner about this thing.
People can't talk about shit. Like so much shit's happening in this day and age. It's so fast. Like there's this, there's ads, there's this. People like this. So many dislikes and likes. Like all this shit is happening at once. That when people actually stop and just me and you, they have nothing to talk about. Because they don't even know what their interests are, or they haven't even found their way or their path or whatever it is. So that when you actually go on a date, like people don't really go on dates that much anymore because it's like they say they're boring or the dates are trash or whatever. People complain about stuff that trivial shit that really shouldn't be an issue, but it's because they don't even know what they bring. That's why the date sucks. If you are a creative person and you're like, I know I'm creative, I know I like this, and you meet another person who's creative and they like this, the stuff you will talk about is endless.
Seriously,
it's endless. And it's then from there you're just like, okay, you know what? I will now only go on dates with creative people. Doesn't mean I will have to be with you. But I know I will enjoy this with you. I already know off the bat I will enjoy this. At least I will enjoy conversing with you. If you don't work in other areas, sure. But I know at least at the bare minimum I will like talking to you. The rest will follow suit, you know?
Remember when we were talking about how photographers who take like photos of nude women, right? And we said, do you think that guy
is slapping it?
Not just that, but like, do you think that he slapping it? No, I was gonna say, like, do you think that guy has to be dating girls who are like in that same realm, industry, right? Because I have a hard time believing that you know he could date a girl like just. A girl that's not creative,
a corporate girl.
I have a hard time believing that, just because I have my own preconceived notions of like how women can be sometimes based on what I've been through, right? So I don't want to generalize, but I'm just giving my answer here. So for me, I'm getting to a point where I kind of feel like, yo, it's like I could see myself dating a photographer or like a girl that models.
Something that's in your realm.
Yeah, and when I say a girl that models, I don't mean like nude and all that type of stuff.
No, just someone that's comfortable in front of the camera.
But someone that's like really, you know what I mean? Like,
because you can use them, not use them, but use them to create together.
We have a common thing going on there.
Absolutely.
If you're a photographer, it's like, yo, let's go shoot.
Yeah, and they want
you know how crazy it is to have a girl say to you, yo, you want to go shoot this weekend? It's like, it's one thing when it's like your boy that says it, you're like, yo, I'm down. But now it's the girl that you're into. It's just like, yo,
we're already gonna be together anyway.
It's like, you want to go shoot?
And now it's like, oh, you want to do that?
It's like, oh, sure, why not? But it's like, oh, it's a girl that models, right? And it's like, yo, do you want to go like shoot this weekend? I got this dope idea, dope concept.
And I want you to do it.
It's like, yes, let's go do this.
And I want you to do it.
So, like, I hope any girl, like, I hope any girl that's listening to this that isn't creative, that's into you and I, doesn't feel pigeonholed, right? They're like, oh, well, can't talk to them. Like, trust me, because we're not
single.
We're not the type where it's just like, I'm gonna shut you down. But the point is, that's the point. That's the answer to the question. Like, people have asked, like, has your opinion changed as you've been doing the podcast? And quite frankly, it has. Right? We've been doing all this creative stuff, and I feel like the next girl that I date really has to be okay with the creative stuff that I'm doing. And I feel like the only way that's going to happen is if I date someone who is also really creative, right? Because when you're creative, you don't like having constrictions on things. That's the worst thing.
And it pushes you. That will push you as well.
That's the worst thing that you can have when you're creative. Like,
self-restriction.
Bro, like, I've legit got into an argument once, right? With my ex, where she was basically saying that I made a post a while ago about, like, I want to do more portrait photography, right? I was like, hit me up if you want to shoot, right? And of course, she was just talking about how, like, wow, all these bitches gonna be hitting you up, right? And I was like, I was frustrated that I had to have that conversation because I was like, listen, like, I'm not gonna be doing shoots that involve, like, half naked girls because it doesn't fit what I do. So I shouldn't even have to have this conversation with you. Like, if you know my art or the culture, the pieces that I do,
I'm not doing that.
That's not what I'm gonna start doing. It just doesn't work with what I do. So I was getting frustrated. I'm like, okay, I can't believe I have to have this conversation with you. And then it's like, now I'm gonna have to, like, vet who it is I'm gonna shoot with you. It's like, no, like, first of all, you're not my manager. Like, you're not getting a percentage of what I'm doing. Yeah. So I'm not going down this road with you, right? I should be able to say to my girl, yo, I'm gonna go shoot with so and so.
And she says, kill it.
Right? Like, it's like,
go kill it.
It's like, cool.
All right, babe, kill it.
Let me see.
That's all I want to hear. Kill it. Let me see later.
I hope you edit. Like, you know what I mean?
That's it. That's all I want to hear.
Oh my God. Like,
straight.
I don't ever want to have to deal with that bullshit. So straight up, like, if the next relationship, like, what, ladies, like, if you're thinking of, like, trying to get with me, or I'm trying to get with you, I'm telling you right now, like, I will just end. I will cease all activity. I will cease all activity if I catch a whiff of, like, yo, why are you shooting with this girl? Or, like, it's like, I'll
just nonsense.
I'll end it right away.
Yeah, just nonsense.
The quickest I've ever ended something, I'll end that.
The swiftness.
Like, you won't even know that I existed. Like, that's how quick I'll be gone. No, I'm dead ass serious because I'm just like, yo, how frustrating those conversations 100%, can be.
100%.
Right? They were frustrating before. I can't even imagine having them now as someone that's, like, somewhat creative, because I'm just like, yo, like, you're not gonna limit me on what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Right? I'm gonna fly to this. We're traveling a lot next year, right? So if I say, look, I'm gonna go to Miami to go shoot, you're not gonna stop me. No. You're not gonna tell me who and what I can't shoot.
Nope. Got that right.
Jesus,
sir.
Stupid. Anyway, next question is from Alyssa Massey.
Are we banging through these questions, or are we gonna break down each question?
We could go through. We can go through.
All right, cool.
This is a tough one though. Alyssa Massey says, "What songs are relatable to where you are both right now in life and relationships?"
Bitch, I'm about to blow up.
Yo, it's so funny. I was thinking of a J. Cole song.
Shout out J. Cole. Bitch, I'm about to blow up.
J. Cole really makes that.
He speaks to man's lives.
He really makes that, like, he makes music for like struggle niggas
bro,
when they're growing up. Like,
dog, J. Cole. Yeah, bitch, I'm about to blow it. Yo, dog, a lot of things are happening for me right now. A lot of good things are falling into place. So I'd say that's the best song for me right now. It's not even the cocky way. Like that song is not a cocky song at all. It's not what his intentions were. It's more just like when you put the time in, just when you put the hours in, when you put the blood in, and you just pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. Eventually, the wall falls down. Like it just does. And when it does, it crumbles down. And it's like, now you're like, fuck, all this I can do now. Like, I see all this behind this wall. Like, people are contacting me. Like, I'm getting messages from random people that I've never even spoken to, asking for advice, asking for motivation, asking for, like, and it's all happening at once.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing, like, if it's here and there, like, it's just all happening at once. So it just feels like something is going to happen. Something good is going to happen as long as I stay consistent. So I'm not pushing it. I'm not rushing it. But I feel something. I feel something is really about to happen. So I'm excited. What about you? What's up?
I would say, honestly, the very first song that came to my mind was "Dollar in the Dream" by J. Cole, because like, I literally have all these thoughts in my head of where I'm gonna be like a year from now, but it's not just me thinking about it. You know, it's not just like hopelessly thinking. It's like I know that I'm gonna be there because I'm like setting things up to get there. But this "Dollar in the Dream," like it reminds me of the grind. You know, like thinking about the hustle. Like I got.
Give it what line specifically? Is there a specific line? I love that song. So is there a specific
I'd have to listen to it again right now.
Hear
but I can hear the beat. Like you know what I mean? I can hear everything about it. So I'm like, that's probably the song for me right now.
"Dollar in the Dream."
But I don't know. There's just so much, bro. Like.
Okay,
so
both J. Cole songs, dope.
Makes sense though. Ellis the Menace. This was a follow up from the bad date question that we asked. He said, "With all these bad date stories, do you feel like guys lack manners or common sense?" There's a lot of women telling their stories, so like,
I mean, it's
I'm
funny.
about to rant about this actually, so you can go first.
It's actually funny it's funny when we hear these stories, and it's not even just these stories. Like, have you ever been talking to a girl, and you do something that you feel is super fucking basic? Dog.
Yo,
like,
hold on. Let me say Ryan. Let me say this real quick,
bro.
Let me say,
like, you feel like you like
Ryan,
I need to get this off. When you do, when you do something and you're like, it's so basic,
Ryan,
and they're like, oh my god, and you're like, what?
Ryan, let me tell you something right
you're
now.
Like,
women, ladies,
who have you been talking to?
Ladies, I'm gonna tell you.
Like, what? Hold on. What have you been talking to?
Hold on. Let's hear me out.
Oh man.
We had a podcast episode called "Men Are Trash," right? And you know, I received some comments from some girls. What's up, Sydney? She said, you know, like girls can be trash too, right?
Yeah,
like,
we're talking about
it goes both ways.
But,
but here's what I've come to the conclusion, right? A lot of men really ain't shit. A lot of men really ain't shit. And the reason I say this is because, like Ryan said, you got guys doing the bare minimum, the things that they're supposed to do, the things that they're supposed to do, and then you have girls saying things like, "Yo, you're so special," and I'm just like, "Yo," I'm like, what?
I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm standard.
This is how I came out. This is how I came with the plants. I came off the manufacturing line like this. This is I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you,
God.
Ladies, like, this is gonna be real harsh, right? This is gonna be real harsh. Some of you might think I'm being a dick. Some of you might, but here's what I have to say, right? You need to stop confusing these stock-looking dudes for like above average perfect guys, just because the guys that you dealt with in the past were trash. Like, just because you dealt with trash dudes does not mean an average dude is great. Bro, like, he's great by comparison, but he's still average.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm average all around, but I 100% have had situations where I have not done anything. I have not done anything except ask you how you were, except open the door, except pay for a bill. And you're like, oh my god, this guy. Oh my god. I'm like, yo,
who are you dealing with?
What are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Who are these guys out there? And what I want to know is, how are they getting away with this? Like, they're getting away with this.
It's upsetting.
They're getting away with this to the point where girls are like, oh, okay, like
You know why?
That's just how it is.
You know why it pisses me off, and this is gonna sound real selfish, but it makes me mad because I don't know about you, but like I then have to have that conversation where it's like I don't like you like this. Like I don't love you.
Like I've been doing just regular stuff.
I'm just doing regular things. Because what ends up happening?
They think you're doing it for them.
What ends up happening is some of these girls end up falling for you, right? Like I hope we're
Jack.
I hope we're not coming across like we are some divine
No,
like
no,
special. No, because I'm speaking facts here. Like there have been times where girls have legit fallen in love. Like they like me like a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I haven't done anything. Like the things that I would do to get a girl to love me, I've done none of those things for you. I've done the bare minimum.
I respond when I can.
Like when I can. I ask you how your day's going. And like if we go out, I might pick up if I ask you want to go grab something to eat, I'm picking up the bill.
And I'm not saying anything about it.
You know what I mean? Like we talk right. But you know what it is? It's like I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
I really think guys are doing nothing.
There's a lot of guys out there doing
Guys
nothing.
are doing absolutely nothing.
There's a lot of
And I think because there's so many guys like that are doing absolutely nothing, that girls have started to be like, oh, I guess that's just how it is. Also, I mean, my ex was like that. The ex before that was like that. So, I mean.
So when a dude comes along doing the bare minimum, these girls are like...
Mans are coming at 50%, dog.
They're dumbfounded.
Mans are just passing.
You know what I mean?
Just passed.
And yo, you know what? Here's the thing. It's easy. This can happen to guys too, right? Because there have been...
Oh, 100%.
The way
it's definitely happened to me too.
Yo, the way
you've done it before, haven't you?
The way that I can equate this is, you know, you're used to dating a girl who does particular things, right? And then you meet a girl
that doesn't,
who does something that's from out of left field, and you're like,
here's a quick example, super easy. I'm sure it'll apply to you. When you're dealing with a chick that is so concerned with other girls and social media and other nonsense. Let's just use this for example. So concerned with who's this, who's that, who's this, blah blah, and you're just like, it's absolutely nobody. And then when you meet a girl that's like, oh, I'm let's just say you want to shoot, for example. Oh, I'm gonna go shoot this girl. Okay, cool, have fun. And you're like, I'm gonna shoot the girl. And they're like, okay, cool, have fun. No, she's a female, like of opposite sex.
Yeah.
Okay, go take some good pictures. And it throws you off because you're like, aren't you gonna fight?
Seriously,
like, we're supposed to fight.
We're supposed to fight about this. And there's a part of you that's like, yo, I think I like this girl.
Yeah,
like,
but I think that's the reverse of like,
that's the equivalent.
Ryan, she's supposed to be like that. Like, she's supposed to be okay.
You know what I mean?
And I'm like, oh shit, like yeah, like
fam.
Yeah, she is.
I straight up, like, you know what? It might have been because this girl was like older than me, but there's a girl I was talking to, and she was like, because she was older than me, she knows, she has an idea in her head of when it is that she wants to have kids, right? Full disclosure, me and this girl, we're not like dealing, right? Yeah. But like, she was just like, you know, she's like, Z, you got like 4 years to fuck around and do whatever you want, right? But like, come that age, like, I want a kid.
Right.
But to some people, that sounded wild. They were like, yo, I can't believe she said this. But to me, I was just like,
structured.
I'm like, yo, like the fact that she was just like, Zamora,
I know you're gonna go do what
you can do whatever you want for these years, but it's like, by this year, you gotta buckle down. I was just like, whoa. I was like, that kind of took me off guard. I'm like, yo, do I like you now?
So you're gonna allow me to slew myself?
I'm not gonna slew myself. You know what I mean? It's just like, we say all that to say this, right? Stop confusing stock dudes
and women,
stock dudes and women with above par. Because they're not. Right? They're doing what they're supposed to do. They're doing the bare minimum. Just because someone does the bare minimum does not make them fucking perfect.
Yep, I've fallen into that trap. We've all fallen into that trap.
You know what I mean? It gets
this podcast allows us to speak out loud. This is why we're here, because we speak out loud. And anything we say, we don't say things as if we don't do it too. Don't get me wrong. When we say stuff on this podcast, it's not saying you guys don't do this or you talk to us too. This is us. This is our own therapy as well. So Zamora has done it. I have done it.
Oh,
where
definitely.
we fall for a girl that's doing absolutely nothing,
Yeah.
but it's just better than what we experienced before. So we're like, oh fuck, this girl's dope. And down the road, we're like, she was just normal. Like she
man.
was just normal. She was normal, and we're like, oh shit, like this girl's, oh my god, like
Yeah.
she, if I don't text her right away, she's okay. If I say I'm going out with a friend, she's fine. She's supposed to be fine with
Yeah.
those things.
Like, it sounds crazy saying this because there's gonna be some people who listen to this and they're just like, yo, like it's supposed to be normal. That's supposed to be how it is. But when you're used to going through relationships or dealing with people and that is not the norm, when those things come up, they're
overly weighted.
You're like, holy shit, like this is what goes on. So that's why me saying earlier, the next girl I date, I do not want to hear you tell me something about why you shooting with this girl, blah blah blah. Like I don't want to hear it. And it's like that should just be a given, right? Like if you start dating me, like you should know off the bat, like, all right, Z's probably gonna shoot with some people, right? I shouldn't have to ask my next future girl not to ask me those things, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I get so frustrated about it, bro. I get so frustrated because then we end up looking like dicks when we tell these girls, I'm not interested. Like, I don't want a relationship. There's nothing more frustrating to me than, like, bro, like, I feel no ways talking about it, but, like, this girl straight up told me, like, I was very clear. I'm like, I don't want to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
I just don't. Like, don't want to be in one. And it tied back to what we said a couple weeks ago where I said, I'm not in the right place for a relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship. What I meant to say was, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. But I don't want to be in a relationship, right? She's like, okay, cool, blah, 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 fine. Like, I'm just being my regular self, right? Then she tells me that she's, like, still into me. Like, she wants to be in a relationship for X, Y, and Z reasons, right? That's me being a human being. You know what I mean?
Breathing.
And it's upsetting because I'm just like, yo, like, why am I having to have this conversation with you? Like, I didn't do it. Like, now I have to look like the dick. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I don't care. But it's like now I have to regulate you and be like, listen, like,
you fell for nothing.
I don't want to be in a relationship. Like, I just don't. And this is why. So stop getting confused out here, right? And it's sad because then you see these same girls go talk to guys that, like, are just straddling that line, you know? I said it for years that people were like, well, can guys really catfish women? And I was like, yeah. Guys catfish women by telling them they have their lives together. You know,
that's
like,
hilarious.
That's what they do.
That's actually so funny.
Or fooling with their lifestyles. That's how guys catfish women, right? So, I mean, it all relates. I'm just tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it, right?
That's hilarious.
Oh my god, the way that we both got heated.
You know, I just knew, and like,
it makes me sick. Like, it actually does. This one is from Canon Hughes. So she says, what can you both say is a pro to being in an open relationship? And how would you explain what an open relationship is? Has your understanding of it changed? Answer even if you don't believe in an open relationship. So what do you think an open relationship? So what do you think an open relationship is? Like, what does that look like to you?
Okay.
And what would you say is a pro of being in an open relationship?
Okay. No, I don't believe in open relationships, but what I believe it is just, you know, you have the main person that you care about, that you invest your time in, you share moments, you speak to just as any normal relationship you would. They know the family, all that kind of stuff. However, when it comes to, I guess, a sexuality aspect of it, you're not binded to just that.
You know why I'm laughing?
Why?
Because there are so many niggas who are in open relationships
right now,
but they think that it is
the regular relationships.
they tell girls like, "Yo, regular. I'm only with you." Like,
yeah, mans have been in open relationships. It's crazy.
Terrible.
But
men and women, because
yeah.
trust me, oh my god,
But
I've heard
for
some
those
stories.
who are actually in agreed upon open relationships, the pro I'd say of it is, I mean, like it is tough. We're very social beings, so it is tough sometimes to, especially if it's long term. Like a couple years, sure. Like it's easy to be committed and in it and love your partner and love the sex just as much as you did the first time. But 10 years down the road, 15 years of the same pussy, like.
Wow.
I mean,
let me ask you this: Do you think flirting is like?
we discussed this. Flirting is healthy. You need to flirt, just not with intention. I mean, flirting to just enjoy having someone else laugh at your jokes, like to just have that bounce back from another person, like that's healthy. But when it's flirting to intent, like, so when you gonna get these cheeks, like that's wrong. But what I'm saying is, open relationship is a pro to it because it allows some type of flexibility. So I mean, it sounds ridiculous because I would be open to a one-sided open relationship. But that's the truth. Like, I would only be open to an open relationship. It was like, okay, I can fuck other girls, but you can't.
So, see,
and that's absolutely ridiculous, and that's not fair, and that's hypocritical. So, because I'm not okay with that, I wouldn't propose that to my girlfriend or any girlfriend I have in the future. Because, I'm not comfortable with that. So, like, an open relationship means, sure, you could do it, but I can do it, and I'm not okay.
This is why, like,
and that's why it's just not realistic to me.
This is why an open relationship, I know for me, would not work, because in order for me to say, okay, I'm
letting a man press my girl.
In order for me to be like, all right, I agreed to an open relationship. You have to lie to me. You know what I mean? Like, and
you can't tell me when you did it. You can't tell me anything.
And that's not an open relationship. No. Like, if I'm going to be in
it has to be like, I had sex yesterday.
It'd be like, I slept with some girl. And then, like, you can be like, I slept with some guy.
Okay, cool. So what's on TV?
You know what I mean? But if my idea of an open relationship in my head is like, all right, we can smash other people, but just don't ever let me know.
Lies.
Just don't ever let me know.
We just know what's happening.
We know what's happening, but just don't let me know.
Yo, man, just come home and shower right away. Oh, true.
Okay.
You come home, I'm gonna shower. Okay. She comes home late at night. I'm just gonna shower before I get in bed, babe.
You know, so
was it hot outside? No. Were you at the gym?
Nope.
Okay. You're not gonna come give me a kiss? You know,
let me brush my teeth.
Let me just. Oh my god.
Let me brush my teeth.
Let me just brush up first.
So you know, like, an open relationship for me would not work. But like Ryan said, I think the pro is, you know, like, a pro would honestly just be that you can have sex with other people.
That's the only pro.
Because
if that's really what you care about.
Yeah,
that is the only pro.
Because I don't see any
other pro.
You know that, like, humans are sexual, right? Like, some people suppress it better than others, but, you know, for me, it gets to a point, like, the longest I've ever been in a relationship is 3 years. What's the longest you've ever been in one, right? So I can honestly say that if I'm really if I love you, like, I'm really into you, you doing the most mundane things will turn me on, right? For no reason, because I'm a guy and we're just weird like that. If I love you, like, you fucking washing the dishes, we'll probably, like, I'll see something, I'll be like, oh shit, that's turning me on, right? So the chances of me even saying to you, like, I need the open, like, I think we need an open relationship.
You won't our relationship. Your mind won't be there.
Our relationship would have to be
breaking.
Yeah, like, something would have to be going on both ends.
I need out.
For us to be like, I need an open relationship.
I don't want to leave you, but I need to get out of here.
I need to get some other pussy because something's not right.
I just think, personally, for me, like, same way, like, I just think, as soon as my mind goes, I need to get some other pussy, I'd just rather break up. Like, I feel like if my mind ever goes in that depth, so it's like, I feel like I should just get some other pussy.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'd be like, we probably shouldn't be together.
So it's difficult. And it's difficult to answer this question on the other spectrum because we're
biased.
We're biased and we're not married, right? So it's like, if I was in a marriage and I got to that point, what would I do? I know, knowing me, the type of girl that I'm probably gonna end up with
It's someone you want to be with for a very long
Fine,
time.
we're gonna be with forever. But let's say like we want to spice up our relationship.
She would let girls come in.
Hopefully. Hopefully the type of girl that I'm with, you know, has dabbled.
Sponged around,
and it's just like, you know, it's more. Let's go pick up a girl. You know, let's see how that goes.
Let's go pick up a guy as well.
No, she's gonna be like, we're gonna go out together.
Let's go get Thomas.
No, let's go get Tanya. That's what it's gonna be, right?
Yeah.
Because I ain't letting that happen. You know what I saw on Twitter recently? It resurfaced on my feed.
No, not the guy.
It was
not him holding the hands.
Yo, for those of you that hasn't seen the video, basically there's like some show in England. I don't remember the name.
That's terrible.
But it's like think of like Big Brother, but it's all about like people in the house having sex with each other, right? Because British TV is wild, and basically this couple is in the house. There's an orgy going on. There's like 10 people in this room fucking, right? And the woman has verbally said early in the show that she's eyeing Tariq, right? No coincidence that Tariq is my middle name, but she's eyeing Tariq. Tariq is a large 6'5" brolic looking black dude, right? She is, you know, a middle-aged Caucasian woman married to, let's just say,
Average Joe.
His name is Joe, right? She is getting dug out by Tariq on the bed.
Rinsed.
like destroyed. And what makes it so uncomfortable is like it's an orgy, so everyone's fucking, right? But what makes it uncomfortable is
everyone's fucking, but she's getting trucked.
And she's enjoying it. Like this is what she's been wanting. And Joe is on the bed just holding her hand.
Stroking her hair. It's ever so gently.
Just an orgy going on, and he's not doing nothing. He's concerned because he's just like, yo, my wife is getting rinsed in a way that I've never rinsed her before.
She's having the best time of her life, and I know I can't do this.
You know? And what makes it even worse, Ryan, is like, let's say there's 10 people.
Cuckold? Is that what it's called? Cuckold?
Like, what makes it worse is there's 10 people in this room. Yeah. Just 7 of them leave.
They start leaving
because they're just
we can't keep up with that. Whatever.
We can't keep up with Tariq.
Whatever that's happening over there, that's making me uncomfortable.
So Tariq and Janice are still in there smashing, and Joe is still there on the bed.
Edge of the bed, staring, just watching his wife.
That's not gonna be me.
Nah, I'm sorry.
That's never gonna be me.
Sorry.
You know? So don't ever think that I'm going out with my future wife to pick up.
I feel like if I was him, for example, and I was on board with it, it's not until I see him about to put it in that I'm like, like that's when I would snap, right? I would be like, okay, I'm okay with this. I'm alright with this. And he's about to get the fuck out of here. I couldn't let go.
But it's a funny thing, right? It's a funny thing.
I had to shut it down.
Let's say, okay, imagine you're in Joe's position, but you're not you. You're not Ryan. You're Joe. There's a brolic looking black dude. Are you really good? Because honest to God, I can see Tariq looking at you like, nah, you're gonna have to move.
No, I'm pulling her out. I have to. I'm ruining that. Nah,
you are.
I'm ruining that.
No, you are.
I'm pulling her out the room. Let's go.
She's getting pulled out of the room.
Babe, we gotta go.
It's hilarious.
We gotta go.
It's hilarious because it's just like, yo, like you're so on point with that. Until that moment,
I feel like I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we could do this.
But until that moment when you get in the bedroom and you see that silverback on the bed just chilling, you're like, nah, Janice, we're going home.
Nah, it's not right. Nah,
we're going home real quick. Like we're not doing this.
I'm sorry. Like,
holy, bro. Like
so whatever he's about to do to your pussy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not dealing with repercussions after that.
It's not gonna look the same.
No, I'm not. I'm sorry.
It's not gonna look the
same.
Because
now you ruined it for me. Because now I have to deal with this after.
It's not gonna look the same to me when he's done with
to me. It's not gonna look the same to me.
I'm gonna need criminal SVU to come back and check this shit out.
It'll be worse because for when you go home, like what is that like?
It's gonna be quiet.
You go home, it's quiet. She's like limping around the house.
Oh my god, right?
And you're like, man.
She's limping around the house.
You're like, man, why did I allow that? Like,
why did I?
like, what was I thinking?
It just made it so much worse that he sat there in the room and watched the entire time.
It was worse because he had contact. He made contact with her.
No,
she's getting pressed.
It's not just because he watched, right? Yeah.
He made contact. Don't touch. Don't touch her. Don't touch. Why are you touching her?
He couldn't even have tried to get with one of the other women in that room. You know what happened? That was a classic case. That was a classic case of like the animal kingdom. No, the animal kingdom.
Regret.
So you know when you
despair.
see when you see like Planet Earth and you see like the male, the dominant lion, he's just getting all the bitches, all the female lions, and it's like none of the other young bucks can get any, right? Because they're just like, yo, this dude's flexing. I can't get in there. That was a prime example. Yeah. And what made it worse is like none of the other women wanted to even go near him. Yeah. Because they realized how weak.
He demanded so much energy.
They realized how weak Joe looks in that moment. They're like, yo, I'm not even attracted to this dude because he's not dominant. You know what I mean? Like,
he weakened him.
So if you go into what, like, this is how I'm thinking, so right? True. If I was to ever go into a situation of an orgy like that, I'm gonna show out.
You have to.
I'm gonna make sure I show out. So I don't like a bitch.
Yeah, his dominance weakened Joe. Like it weakened him.
Like Joe succumbed to his weakness. He didn't do anything.
Joe got fucked.
Bro, it was literally like watching the Animal Kingdom.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, yo, no.
Poor Joe.
He's finished. All right. Last few questions. We got one. Ken Hughes. She asked you directly. I can't remember if we asked this one. Does your last ex situation qualify as a female savage, or do you just chalk it up to her being delusional?
Oh, and that's that question.
Yeah.
Well, she's not my ex, first of all.
Yeah. Situation.
But, the last girl I was speaking to, I told you guys the story. What happened? She's not a savage because I genuinely think she did care about me. Yeah. Like, I do believe that part. You know, like, she did, unless she's really, really good, really, really, really good at everything she does. But I did feel, although she lied about a lot of different things, I did feel a genuinely feeling when she, would share things with me or, like, come out to my stuff. And she really cared about me. And I feel like a savage, male or female, we're not doing those. I'm not going out with you places. I'm not sharing moments with you. Like,
you're a savage,
I'm in and out slapping dip. Like, we ain't
in and out slapping dip. I've never heard that.
No, like we ain't talking about things and futures and you know what I mean. Yeah. Like her and I spoke about a lot of different things, a lot of intimate things. So I think she was really that's not delusional, but I think she was really just in her own head, just in a way where
lost in the sauce.
Yeah, I really think she believed what she was doing was fine to the point where like. People just lie so much they start to believe their lies is truth. Yeah. Like, I think she really believed that what she was lying about was not a lie. To the point it's like, I care about this guy, and what I'm doing is fine, and he should be okay with it. Right? Yeah. Like, there should be no problem. So, I don't think she was a savage. I think she was really I think she cared about me. She said that many times, but just what she was doing just didn't line up with her actions. We'll say that much. Yeah. But, no, we weren't dating. Wasn't my ex-girlfriend. None of that. It was just a really fucked up situation. So, over that. That was back in September. That was...
Feels like it was forever ago.
That felt like it was like last year. But that was like September.
And then Cannon Hughes asked me, has any girl ever expressed being hesitant towards you because of your combative passions? So, like, boxing and all that type of stuff. Never. Like, I think, a woman might be concerned or like hesitant to date me if I was an aggressive person on the regular, but I'm really not. Like, I think I'm pretty laid back. I'm pretty chill. So most of the time, people don't know that I box or do this stuff unless they like go creep on my Instagram, because even then I don't post a lot of it, right? If anything, I think it does the complete opposite. I think it makes girls like me more. and it's going to be the same for you, because I think when someone sees you working on a craft like basketball or like boxing, right? What happens is subconsciously to some women, they'll be like, yo, this guy like cares about his health. Right? Like, it's a big deal when like girls notice that type of stuff. And, you know, I'm passionate about it, right? So when I'm passionate about something, I think that lets someone else know, oh, okay, like he can be really caring about something that he's into. So if he's into me, then he might be passionate too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So,
you know, it's never been an issue whatsoever. But I definitely do think it works to my advantage, right? It's interesting because, like, think about it. We were talking about dating creative people before too, and it's like if you meet someone who's creative or they're passionate about something, that tends to make me more like into them.
Absolutely.
Because I'm just like, damn. Like,
as long as you're about something.
Yeah.
As long as you're about something. Just be about something. Be about something.
Really. Well, that was all the questions for today.
All the question?
Yeah.
Wicked. We probably went through all the questions we had so far. I mean, one thing about this podcast that I really love is that I don't feel any conversation or discussion we've ever had has felt forced. And I think a lot of people enjoy this aspect of our show, that it's very authentic, it's very natural, it's very genuine. Like there's nothing that we do on the show that I feel is revolutionary. I don't feel like we're experts or gurus. I just feel like it's a place where we just come, we talk, we chill, and we both vent and we both talk about things that you guys share with us, but also allows just people to hear our perspectives, especially people that don't actually know us. There's actually people that follow our podcast page that I'm sure might not follow our personal pages, which I've seen, and which is fine. Like that, the podcast is becoming its own entity. I want it to be like that's our thing. But usually when we have guests, they ask questions at the end of the show, but I don't think we've ever really asked each other questions in terms of like just a general question or a question we've been inquiring minds or whatever about each other. So I want to start off by asking you a question. You can, if you have a question on your hand. If you don't, it's all good. But I want to ask you a question based on just all the episodes we've done. We are now at episode number 36, and we've talked about a lot of different things. We've gone through a lot of different things. It's now December, bro. We're about to touch 1 year next month since we started this podcast. That's fucked. That's like, if you actually put that in perspective right now.
In January, right?
Yeah, January. If you put that in perspective, next month we're touching 1 year of this. Bro, I don't think that's sinking in your head right now.
It's crazy.
A year we've been doing this.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a year.
No, it doesn't. But a year.
Yeah.
Next month will be 1 whole year you guys have been riding with us. Some are hopping on as we've gone. Some have been from the start. But we've been doing this for a year consistently. I just want to say thank you because when this came as an idea, shout out Akeem. My teammate Akeem is the one who actually told me to do this because I was doing my KOA Talk stuff, and he's like, yo, you should start a podcast. And I knew nothing about podcasts. I had no idea how to start it. Nothing. And then I made the post, and you replied to it, and said you wanted to be on board with it. I remember I said to you, I'm like, all right, I'm down to have you, but you got to be committed. Like, and you're like, yeah. And I'm like, no. Like, committed. Like, it's not all here and there. It's not all when you have time. Like, we got to do this every week and got to be consistent or else it's not going to work. And you're like, no, I'm there. Like, I'm good. I'm like, all right, cool. We've been doing this.
We've literally been doing this
every week we could. Things happen. We get busy. Life happens, whatever. But we've probably missed maybe total in the entire year. We've probably missed maybe 6 weeks total.
Yeah, is it 6? I was thinking. I was say that. I was gonna say like 5.
I say maybe 6 because a couple trips, a couple of weeks I got busy. I had deaths during the week. So I had 2 deaths actually. So I had 2 deaths this year. So 2 deaths. I definitely did 2 weeks off for those ones. You had something come up with your stuff. That's about 3. We traveled to New York.
Traveled to Vancouver.
That was one. We traveled to Vancouver. That was one, and probably just one in between that just like we just got tired. We just got tired.
No, you're right.
Based on our personal lives. So we probably like missed like 6 weeks total out of 52, bro. Almost at 52 weeks coming up. We're probably like the 47th week, let's say, we're right now. And we probably done like 40 weeks.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's really crazy when you think about it because, yeah, first of all, like, you never really take in how fast time flies until you have something to measure it against.
Yeah.
And I remember where I was on New Year's that passed. Mm-hmm. And I remember where I was when I commented, like I responded to your Facebook post, right? I remember like how we were sitting when we did our first episode.
Yeah.
Like how we had the desk set up. And like I remember all of that. So it's like it's crazy to see where this has come. But like I know that this is good. This is gonna get huge next year. I know it because we have a podcast that like no one else has. Mm-hmm. Like that's just a fact. Like what we talk about, the way that we literally will never have topics to run out of because it's relationship shit, right? And every single time we have a guest on this show, people just love to vent. It's new experiences. Yep. That's what this show is, man. We really just talk about our own shit, things we've been through, and it's funny thinking about how much we've like changed throughout the year.
Bro,
right?
We've both grown.
Bro, when we started this podcast, you and I were not doing photography.
At all.
Isn't that crazy when you think about that?
At all.
We weren't doing photography.
It wasn't even a thing. It wasn't even an idea. That wasn't even part of my concept of ideas. It wasn't even like eventually in the summertime I want to do this. It wasn't even an idea.
Bro, I bought a drone for fun. Like I was just like,
just fool around.
Let me just buy this toy.
Bro,
and now look where we're at, you know? Like
sometimes it just becomes speechless. I'm actually speechless sometimes because it's like
it's crazy. All I can say is for the next year, like thank you to everyone that listens to the podcast. Seriously, because I'm surprised every time I get a DM or just see the people that really ride with the show. Yeah. But what I can honestly tell you is where we're gonna take this podcast in the following year is gonna be big because we have ideas to do with this that I don't think other platforms are really doing. 2017 was the year that a lot of people started podcasts, right? A lot of people started podcasts, but a lot of people fell off because it's a grind. Like it's not easy to do. We do this entire thing ourselves, like literally everything. We do everything ourselves. We got an intern named Sarah, by the way, who helps out. But it's like we do like pretty much everything. We do the whole video editing. We do the audio recording. We do the marketing. We do all that bullshit. We answer the people. Like we do everything ourselves. Like
on top of everything else we do. This is in addition to our lives.
In addition to our jobs. Or in addition to the side projects that we do. In addition to the photography and the videography. So, I mean, we appreciate you guys, but we hope that you really appreciate what it is that we do. Because, trust me, those of you that are like been following us now, like you'll be able to say at some point, yo, I was following them when they only had 500 followers. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is, I don't know, man. This is nuts for me. I'm not someone who, something I'm trying to learn and work on myself is that I'm not someone who reflects on a lot of things. Like I'm so used to doing things just more next. Like I'm so task based. Yeah. That's just my personality. That's like I come home from BC, I have an event, I have shoot, I have this. Get it out. I just go. And I rarely stop to be like, yo, like I've done a fucking lot, man. Like
you've done a lot.
I don't do that a lot. So like it wasn't until this week that I was really just like I was thinking about the podcast this week and I'm like, yo, like it's December. And I'm like, yo, like I'm about to quit my job soon to do photography and media and all this other stuff that I want to do that wasn't even a thought. Yeah. And it's like I was in a relationship and now I'm not. Yeah. And now I'm good. Like in turn, like mentally good. because I'm like, now, like, this podcast has made me so aware.
Bro.
Like, now I don't even entertain. And it's like everything had to happen this way, because if the podcast didn't exist, I'd still be doing what I'd be doing, to be honest. I would still be doing what I'd be doing. I may or may not be in a relationship still. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But even if I stayed in it or I left it, my habits would still be the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there'd be nothing there to change my path of habit.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, if that relationship didn't work, then I might meet a new girl, and that may not work because my habits would still be the same, and I'd still be looking for or expecting the same type of things that I've been expecting.
Yeah.
But this podcast, like, now it's like, yo, like, I'm not doing this. This is what I like. So I don't like this. And I hear myself. So it's like, you can't lie to yourself when you hear it out loud.
Yeah.
When the thoughts are just in your head, it's easy to be like, oh, I don't really think that. But when you say it out loud, it's like, this is what I want. So that I'm not doing anything that's not what I want to do. If that's what I'm going to say, I'm not going to talk about stuff and not live it.
Yeah,
right?
Bro. Like, I tweeted something a while ago where I said that this is probably one of the times I've been the happiest in my life, because, and that was more so mentally, because, you know, there's obviously still things that I want to do, like still goals I want to achieve, and like I'm not where I'm at that I like to be, but this whole podcast is about relationships, and in terms of where I'm at in my life right now regarding relationships and my status, never been more happier in my life. Right? Like, I'm someone that's used to being in relationships typically. That doesn't mean that I crave them and I need to be in them because I don't know who I am without one. But it's like, bro, I left a relationship that was very toxic for me, like mentally. It just no matter how much I loved the girl at the time, it wasn't helping me, right? And the podcast really helped me with that, because I would sit there when I'm editing, listening to things that I'm saying, you're saying, what our guest is saying. Then I'd watch it when the video comes out, or I'd listen to it when it comes out online. So, so it's constantly reiterated. I'm constantly sitting there. I'm just like, yo, like, man, I may love this girl, but like, this is what I want. Yeah. Right? And it's like, right now, I'm perfectly happy just seeing where things go, you know? Like, happy as I've ever been. And the podcast has a lot to do with that. And I really hope there's someone out there listening to the podcast who goes through something similar, where they're just like, yo, I've been listening to these two dudes talk for a year now, and it's like, I know that this is what I want in a relationship, or this is how I'm going to act, or this is what I'm going to do, you know? So it's interesting.
So the question I had, I didn't even get to the question because I went off on a tangent, emotional shit. But the question I had for you was something I'm internally fighting with myself. Like, now that I'm single now, is that the more I'm building stuff, and the bigger I'm getting, and the more like notoriety I'm gaining, and just all these things are falling together. Yeah. What I'm struggling with is that, like, if I meet somebody, sorry, I phrase it as a question. Do you feel like you'd prefer to meet someone or be with someone, the next person you decide to be with, that has been part of this process? Like, whether it's a friend that becomes a girlfriend, or if it's a friend that used to be, or an ex, or whatever. But do you feel like you prefer at this time in your life to be with someone who has witnessed this whole process in your life, as
opposed to meeting
someone
when the
right now? Yeah, even meeting somebody right now and having to explain. So back in January last year, I started this podcast, and I did this, and I used to do that, and like
it's tough to answer.
Like, I'm struggling with it because I'm just like, there's people in my life right now that I know that I've witnessed all of this, even further back from when I started my brand. Like, there's people that have witnessed it all, and it's little for me to explain because like they've seen it and they're proud of me and whatever, and then there's people that if I meet them right now today, I'd have to explain all of that, which is fine, but I feel like it's a different dynamic when they're just hearing it as a story.
Yeah, as opposed to witnessing it.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's a priority for me yet. Like I think I'm in the process of determining whether that is a necessity. Like, do I want someone who has
witnessed the grind?
Yeah, like, do I want someone who's been like, yo, I've seen this guy fucking build from nothing? Or do I want someone that I meet now, in like right now, and likes me for who they meet right now, and then what all my past is just a story to them?
Well,
it's tough.
It's difficult to say because, I think right now, okay, where we're at right now compared to where we were a year ago is like vastly different. In terms of the podcast and even creatively. Because like I said, we weren't doing photography at the beginning of the year. Like we started photography this year, and for a lot of people to hear that, I know for a fact it's blown a lot of photographers that I know that have been doing it for years away, because they're like, what the fuck? Like, you've only been doing this for a year? Absolutely. Sure, there are things we can improve on. Like, we will improve on.
Yes.
Just in little nuances, but guaranteed, if people went to our profiles right now that didn't know us, they wouldn't know that we've only been doing this for a year.
Absolutely not.
Right? So where we're at now compared to where we were before is very different. I think that the reason I feel like I could date someone if I met them now is because the grind is still happening. Like
it'll continuously be happening.
It's continuous, but it's like where we're at right now, as opposed to where I think we're gonna be. Like by the
we're still at the bottom.
By the end of December, it's not necessarily the bomb, but like where we're gonna be by December, it's gonna be like, how like technology fucking the way it advances so quickly. Yeah. It's like that's how I look at what we're doing with the podcast and all our creative stuff. Is like the way that we're gonna advance next year. It's gonna be so, like, the leaps are gonna be so big that anyone who comes into our life now, they'll be looking at it like, yo, when I met him then, it looks like he was on like some caveman shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I feel like every stage someone will meet you in that can be used as a
That being said, stage, though, right? That being said, it's like, I feel like I would give more favor to someone who has seen what we've been doing from the beginning, as opposed to someone that came. Like, if I'm being honest, right? So, like, if I know that someone has been watching our shit or just watch what I've been doing from like kind of afar, and then they end up telling me that, I'm gonna give them more, like, I'm gonna be inclined to lean towards them as opposed to someone that's just like, oh, like I didn't like know, but now I do, kind of thing. That person who comes into my life now would really have to be like special. They have to be special for me to give them more time, as opposed to someone that's been like witnessing the grind and all that type of stuff. But I think that moving forward, like, I'd love to, like, would you date a girl? Like, do you think you need to date a girl moving forward who is going to, it's a dumb question, like, going to help you? Like, I think that moving forward, I need to date a girl who basically is gonna be intertwined in my creative shit in some way, right? Like,
I think
that's who I'm looking.
I don't think I know.
Yeah, so it's
like I know whoever.
So it's like I know that I need a girl who, okay, like, I'm laying out options, but it's like, is she a photographer too? Because then she knows, like, she has that eye too, and then I can benefit.
See, I don't think it has to be a photographer, but just someone in a creative aspect,
exactly,
with a creative eye at least.
Yes, that's why
at least enough to give feedback, that usable feedback.
Yeah, so it's like stuff like that.
What I'm currently doing.
Anything in the creative space, in the creative space that allow them to be like, yo, I think you should do this, or I think it'd be like
give them some type of rational insight,
something like that.
Not just oh, do this,
or even
not
if
just say it,
or even if it's with this podcast stuff, right? Like, if I did a girl who's just like, yo, I think you and Ryan should try this, because she's a woman, so she's gonna know like what women are gonna want to. So I think you and Ryan should do this because it'll benefit you this way, right? Like, I just know moving forward, I need to be with a woman who is just like, I'm going to be able to help get better in some way, but she's also going to be able to help. Like, I don't want to date someone that's going to just give me any fucking grief, right? And I think the way that this podcast is going, we're really only going to invite women into our lives who are about that life.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I mean, I've seen girls, like some girls who are just like, yo, I do, and I actually rate it. They're like, I don't want to listen to the podcast because I want to like figure these.
I want to know you first.
I want to figure these things out through you.
That makes
right?
sense. No, I agree.
And I actually respect that. Right? Like, I don't expect someone I date to listen to the podcast. Right?
It's not a requirement.
It's not a requirement whatsoever. But it's like, I respect the fact that like, yeah, I want to get to know you. I'll watch your clips. Like, I watch your clips because they're funny. But like, I'll get to know you through you.
In my own way.
In my own way, right?
No, I get that.
But it's interesting. The whole grind thing is a big deal, right? Because it makes you feel like they're more a part of the whole journey if they witness the whole thing from the beginning.
But I also feel like there's a flip side to that, is that it's a distracting aspect.
Yeah, it can be.
Like, no, when I say distracting, I mean, like, I feel like that sometimes is given too much bearing.
How so?
And distracts you from other aspects.
Who distracts you?
The fact that they have witnessed things.
Yeah.
Sometimes you put too much weight on that. For why they might be good for you.
Oh, true. No, that's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. Which is why.
It's like, well, they've been there, so.
Which is why, like,
which necessary is not the case, or what you might even need.
Which is why
sometimes you might need someone who hasn't seen shit.
Which is why
gives you a completely different perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, they know none of your past, and they're like, well, all I know is from here on, this is how you should be doing things moving forward.
Yeah,
I don't have to know your past to be able to help you.
Well, this is why
that's why I'm torn on like a fence of like, I can meet someone who's like, yo, I don't know shit about you.
Yeah,
but from what I know so far, this is how I can help you moving forward. Or someone's like, wow, I've witnessed you come from a long way, so I'm genuinely invested into you to the point like I really want you to do well.
Well, this is why I said what I said earlier when I was like, I'm happy with where I'm at now, and I'm perfectly content with like literally going with the flow, like seeing how it goes. Like, if I meet a girl who like literally knows nothing, right? But she fucking captures me, and then she's like, all right, like, she gets to know what I'm doing, and she's like, you should do that, you should try this, that type of stuff. If it seems like it's gonna work, I'll let it work, I'll cook with it. But it's like, otherwise, I'm not gonna limit myself, like, I've never been the type to put limits on who it is that I date, that type of stuff. But it'll be interesting to see where things go from here. I just think that, I think the moment any girl knows that we have a podcast that is literally about relationships, there's an asterisk there, because then they're like, I wonder what he thinks, because most girls don't get to talk to a guy or be with a guy who is as open as we are about this shit, right? Absolutely. So that in itself can be a bonus, or it could be, it could be one or the other. But
I agree.
It is what it is. It'll be interesting to see where things go.
Yeah. You guys still here? I remember, probably the cameras are turned off. I just want to say thank you guys again for. I feel like I'm saying this every day, every week, because I'm genuinely so happy with how far this has come. Yeah, man, I don't have much else to say. It's another Friday. Thank you guys for stopping by. Another episode We Need to Talk. We have big plans for the new year. We get shit done. We're not talkers. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this. You're just gonna see shit. That's all I'm gonna say. You're gonna see shit. A lot of good shit. That's it. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping by another episode We Need to Talk. I'm your host, Mr. KOA, alongside
Top Boy.
It's We Need to Talk Podcast.
We need to talk.
We need to talk.
We need to talk.
We need to talk.
We need to talk.